अच्छा चलें ठीक है we are done uses of aluminium and we were doing past papers जो कि हम complete कर लेते हैं but first we are going to try and finish this कि I'm going to try and finish the whole chapter. Just give me 1 second ये नहीं my board is stuck. Just hold on 1 minute. ठीक है now we're here. The last thing that we're going to study, it's a simple thing. It's basically, the last thing that we're going to try and study in metals is the decomposition of carbonates and nitrates. So that is what the last topic is of metals. So let me give the heading: decomposition of nitrates and carbonates. So what happens in decomposition is that you heat a substance and it breaks down into smaller components. So starting with, I'm going to start off with carbonates first. Okay, any carbonate. A metal carbonate would decompose. Okay, that's number one. A metal carbonate is going to decompose, and it's going to decompose and produce two things. One is a metal oxide, and the other one is carbon dioxide gas. Okay, you don't really need to go into a lot of detail about this. Okay, so this is just remember the general reaction that happens. Any metal carbonate, for example, if it's MgCO3, so you heat it. Okay, heat is required. Remember, you have to heat it in a Bunsen flame or something much hotter, depending on the decomposition temperature. Different substances decompose with varying difficulty. So magnesium carbonate would decompose to form a metal oxide, which is going to be magnesium oxide, and it's going to produce a carbon dioxide gas molecule. Similarly, if you have calcium carbonate, that would also decompose in a similar manner, and if you heat it, it's going to produce calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas. So they're all going to decompose, and the only thing that you need to remember is that more reactive metals are harder to decompose. Okay, if a metal is higher up in the reactivity series, so more reactive metal, which means higher up in the reactivity series, so higher up in the reactivity series are more difficult to decompose, or the carbonates and also the nitrates are more difficult to decompose. You don't, so you don't need to remember the reason for this. Mainly, this reason is studied later on when you do your A levels. लेकिन एक general idea मैं दे देता हूँ कि if you have an unreactive metal, for example, gold makes a carbonate. Now, gold doesn't, I'll just give you a general idea. Gold is extremely unreactive. So that means that gold doesn't really want carbonate ions to be attached to it. Gold wants to remain as gold. It doesn't want to react with anything. So it decomposes or breaks down very easily. Vice versa, if you have sodium carbonate, now sodium carbonate is extremely reactive, which means sodium likes to form compounds. It likes to form ionic compounds. It likes the fact that carbonate ions are attached to it. So sodium is going to be more difficult to decompose because it's more reactive. Okay, so it likes to form compounds. Gold is unreactive. It doesn't like to form compounds. So decomposition, this is what happens in decomposition. Pick any carbonate and it would produce two things, a metal oxide and a carbon dioxide gas molecule. That's the first thing. अच्छा ये जो बात है ना, this applies to both. Is this clear? Saad clear है? Mahat, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा second पे आ जाते हैं. Second is nitrates. So if you have any metal nitrate, it's going to decompose in pretty much the same way if you heat it. But two things would be produced: metal nitrate, so it's going heat karo plus heat, and it would produce a metal oxide plus NO2 plus O2. Now, not all of them are going to do that. Okay, this equation applies to all the metal nitrates except, as remember, there are lots of other exceptions as well. We're just going to keep things simple, except group 1 metal nitrates. Okay, so ignore group 1 metal nitrates for now. This equation applies to all the other metal nitrates apart from group 1. So if I pick any metal, let's say there is copper nitrate. So copper nitrate, copper is 2 plus, NO3 is -1, it's copper nitrate. If you heat it, it's going to decompose and it would produce copper oxide. So usme copper is +1, O is -2, so it would be copper 2O. Why would it be copper 2O? Copper 2 plus, hai na? O is -2. Okay, so this is copper oxide. Plus NO2 plus O2 would be produced. Okay, it's always the same equation, metal oxide plus NO2 plus O2. And if you try and balance this equation, there are two nitrates, so there would be 2 NO2 and there would be half O2 over here. Half O2 because there are in total 6 oxygens on this side. So yahan pe there's already 1 oxygen, there are 4 oxygens over here, so that's 5, and plus 2, that's 7. So yahan pe 2 nahi hone chahiye, half kar do ise, theek hai. So this is your balanced equation for copper nitrate. Decomposing. Remember, this is obviously oxygen gas. NO2, remember, is a brown poisonous gas. Its color would be, it's probably written in the sheet that I gave you. As I said, it's a brown poisonous gas. That is what NO2 is. As the next one is, let's do another equation. Let's say calcium nitrate. So it's going to be the same equation. Nothing different. So which is produced? It's going to produce calcium oxide plus NO2 and plus O2. And again, you're going to balance this to 2 NO2. You get the 2 nitrogens on the other side and balancing oxygen. So there are 5. You just need 1 oxygen. So you'll multiply this by half. So this is your equation for a nitrate decomposing. Now the exception is that all are going to decompose the same way. Exception is group 1 metal nitrates decompose in a different way. Now, except group 1 metal nitrates, what they're going to do is, if you have a group 1 metal nitrate, for example, sodium nitrate, so I told you earlier that sodium is extremely reactive, which means that if sodium is connected to nitrate, sodium likes to form compounds. So, isko agar heat bhi karoge na, it's not going to give up easily. It's not going to decompose very easily. It's going to be a strong substance with strong bond formation. So if you heat it very strongly, so what happens is that the salt pretty much remains intact. It just changes from sodium nitrate to nitrite, and O2 gas is released. Okay, so a nitrate changes into a metal nitrite. And it changes into, I say it changes into a metal nitrate. This is group 1. This is group 1 nitrates decomposing. So you have, I'll just sum it up. 3 simple reactions. First one is a carbonate. If it decomposes, so it's going to produce a metal oxide plus carbon dioxide gas is going to be released. Second is a metal nitrate. If it decomposes, it produces a metal oxide plus NO2 plus O2, except group 1. Group 1 के अलावा जितने भी metal nitrates and they're going to decompose in exactly the same way. So उसकी 2 examples दिए हुए. A nitrate decomposes to form NO2 and O2 and a metal oxide. Group 1 metal nitrates, they decompose slightly differently. They form if a nitrate decomposes, it breaks down to form a nitrite and releases oxygen gas molecules. So this is your entire summary. और इसके अंदर एक चीज याद रखनी है, which is this one जो मैंने highlight की हुई है box में, कि more reactive metals which are higher up in the reactivity, their carbonates and nitrates are more difficult to decompose, which also means that to decompose them, higher temperatures are needed. So higher decomposition temperatures are going to be needed. Actually, so with this, we are pretty much done with what we're pretty much done with metals. Okay? If you have missed a few things, so we'll do past papers. We'll add that as well. So we did uses of aluminium, just to recap. Okay? We did extraction of aluminium. We did extraction of zinc as well. फिर ये alloys of iron पड़े थे, ठीक है, steel वगैरह. Extraction of iron, ठीक है, that's done. Then you have methods of extraction, ठीक है, वो उनकी summary थी. Before that, we did displacement reactions, के more reactive displaces less reactive metal. फिर displacement was done. फिर क्या था, acids के साथ reactivity series and acids. उसके अंदर था कि top वाले they react very vigorously, and mazet wale metals they have moderate reactions, or bottom पे ना reactions they almost no reactions, ठीक है. Then you had ये rusting of iron हमने detail में किया था, cathodic protection, sacrificial protection, ठीक है. So this is all given, how to prevent rusting, etc. paint वगैरह. ये water के साथ reaction था कि इसके अंदर aluminium doesn't rust, ठीक है. So we did all of that, and we did study the reactivity series. तो अभी है कि I'll just open past papers, and we're going to try इसी को देख के ना we're going to try and do questions. तो इसमें let me just quickly open past papers. I said some metals. I said this is mixed, okay? Most of the questions are usually mixed. GCE, IGCSE, dono. What I basically recommend now is to attempt IGCSE questions, even if you're doing O levels, because O levels, that's 5070. That has been made obsolete. Okay, so they're still offering it, but that has been made obsolete. So अभी ये कि जो majority questions जो वो develop करते हैं ना, they are for IGCSE. तो उन्हीं question sets को ना they use the same question sets in O levels as well. O levels के अंदर सिर्फ एक difference है कि ATP के अंदर ना there's a very slight difference. Otherwise, the syllabus is pretty much exactly the same. Achha, so we have these questions in front of us. तो बारी बारी हम try करते हैं just to हाँ ठीक है. Screen share हो रही है. अच्छा, so one by one. Starting with the first question. ये पहला question इधर decomposition का है. तो I'm going to write answers on this decomposition. Carbonates का हमने क्या पढ़ा था? Carbonates का हमने पढ़ा था कि if you have a carbonate, so it's going to decompose into a metal oxide. So it would be SRO. Formula यही होगा, SR2 plus होता है, O minus 2 होता है. And the other thing that would be produced with that is going to be carbon dioxide gas molecules. ठीक है? ये clear है? Iram, is this clear? Sidra, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, फिर below this you have another compound. He's saying what is the name of RbNO2? So Rb is in group 1, ठीक है? So Rb is +1, NO2 पता होगा, वो ions की list है. It's a nitride, ठीक है? So it's rubidium nitride. Then next one, they're asking for the decomposition of a group 2 nitrate, not a group 1. ठीक है, अगर मैं quickly switch करूं, if I quickly switch, वो बिल्कुल end पे जाना पड़ेगा. Just 1 second. तो nitrates में क्या पढ़ा था? Normal nitrates, group 2 nitrates, they decompose it this way. it's given, ठीक है. Green के अंदर ना, that's group 1 nitrates. So this question is talking about a group 2 nitrate, yani metal oxide, which is going to be SRO. SR is +2, O is -2, and oxygen gas would be given off. Now they've already partially balanced it, तो हमें उसकी balancing ही follow करनी पड़ेगी. It's already 4 NO2 over here. So 4 nitrogens, so there are only 2 nitrogens over here. So this should be multiplied by 4, which would make SR2 हो जाएंगे, SR4 हो जाएंगे. तो इसका मतलब है कि that's नहीं, sorry, I should multiply it by 2. ये गलत किया. ठीक है, let's rub that off. N4 करने थे. तो SR would become 2 as well, and oxygens कितने हो गए? There are 12 oxygens over here on the left side. So that's 4 plus 8. कितने हुए ये? 3 into 6, 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 2, 12. So 2 plus 8, sorry, 10, and 1 oxygen over here. So ठीक है, that's balanced. So metal oxide, NO2, NO2. That's the equation. Achha, next one. Now next is when a mixture of sulfur and potassium nitrate is burned. तो दोबारा से वो क्या burn कर रहा है? Potassium nitrate. It's being heated. He gets a metal nitrate. Is burned and the products are dissolved in water. Sulfuric acid is formed. The sulfuric acid formed by this method is not pure. It contains another acid. Deduce the identity of the acid. This question is more about. पहले तो नीचे वाला कर लेते हैं. वो कह रहा है heat causes potassium nitrate to decompose. So equation for the potassium nitrate, it's a group 1 nitrate. So what did we talk about group 1 nitrates? That they're going to decompose and they're going to form a nitrite. Okay, they're going to form potassium nitride and oxygen gas is going to be given off. If you balance this, there are 3 oxygens over here. So there should be 2 oxygens plus यहाँ पे 1 होना चाहिए. So I'll multiply this by half. ठीक है? है ना ये clear है?
Yes.
अच्छा, कोई ये बता दे, ये जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है ना, एंड आई ट्राई एंड आंसर दिस, ये जो पार्ट सी था इसका, इसके अंदर ना he's saying कि what he's saying is there's sulfur and potassium nitrate and they're burned. Now we haven't studied this, ठीक है? We don't know what's going to happen. And he's saying कि the products after burning, the products are dissolved in water. So he's saying 2 acids are formed. One is sulfuric acid. ठीक है? So 1H2SO4 is already formed. That is not the answer. He's saying what's the other acid that's formed with it. So guess करो, wild guess. कौन सा acid form हो सकता है? Sulfur और potassium nitrate को burn कर रहे हैं.
H2O3.
Which one? HNO3.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, क्योंकि और तो कुछ बन नहीं सकता because you have sulfur and you have nitrogen. तो बाकी जो एसिड्स है ना, कार्बोनिक एसिड है, उसके अंदर कार्बन होता है, देयर इज नो कार्बन. फॉस्फोरिक एसिड होता है, उसमें पी होता है, पी phosphorus. There is no phosphorus, so you're only left with one option, which is nitric acid. That would be the other acid that would be formed in this reaction. How is it formed? We don't know. We just had to make a wild guess. As a next question, name an alloy which contains zinc. हमने alloys में discuss भी किया था. Any ideas? कौन सा alloy था? Anyone? Sidra, can you answer this?
Was it steel?
No, you basically have, as I'll remind you, you basically have 3 alloys.
Brass?
ठीक है, so it is brass, yes. ठीक है, this one is brass. Name of alloy. वो कौन guess करेगा कि दूसरा metal कौन सा होता है इसके अंदर? Yeah, by this side पे ना, I'll write down the names of the alloys. There's just 3 alloys that you need to remember. One is steel.
Copper?
ठीक है, copper. अच्छा, तीनों alloys को discuss कर लेते हैं. Steel जो है, steel तो detail में पढ़ा है. That's iron plus carbon. और इसके अंदर ना, we have studied this in detail. जिसके अंदर we said there's cast iron or wrought iron, जिसके अंदर there's a lot of carbon atoms. Then there's mild steel. हम इधर ही देख लेते हैं steel की, जो हमने बिल्कुल recently किया था, ठीक है, iron के अंदर. कहाँ पे, हाँ ये आई एक्सप्लेन कि वो जब स्टील प्रोड्यूस करते थे ना तो ओरिजिनली देयर इज हाई कार्बन स्टील दैट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड, व्हाई, क्योंकि वो कोक डला होता है, ढेर सारा कोक, ये ब्लास्ट फर्नेस के अंदर ना कोक हैज बीन एडेड, कार्बन हैज बीन एडेड. So originally that's what's produced is high carbon steel. It is very strong. It has a lot of carbon, so it's a very strong alloy. Like it's too strong, so it's not malleable. It's not flexible. Most of the times you need things to be flexible. वरना बहुत strong हो रहा तो वो crack कर जाती हैं. तो इसलिए it really has no specific use. It's known as cast iron or pig iron or wrought iron, and it's used as a मतलब बिल्कुल raw form के अंदर ना um, gutters वगैरह के जो covers होते हैं that they're made out of this. Wheelbarrows are made out of this. So then there is the high carbon steel is converted into mild steel. तो वो क्या करते थे, एयर ब्लो करते थे, जिसकी वजह से क्या होता था कि द कार्बन, excess carbon would react with oxygen and escape as carbon dioxide, and when it does that the amount of carbon कम हो जाता था, it would become a pure form of iron. तो that type of steel is relatively soft, क्योंकि जितना प्योर मेटल होगा ना उतना, जितना कम कार्बन होगा उतना सॉफ्ट होगा, मैलेबल होगा. So you make wires out of them, you make car bodies out of them that are flexible. And then you had stainless steel. ठीक है, तीन टाइप्स के स्टील हमने पढ़े थे. कमिंग बैक, ये बस स्टील की जल्दी से रिवीजन थी. उसके बाद बाकी जो दो एलॉयज थे, वन वाज ब्रास, ठीक है, जो कि हमने कर लिया, इट्स कॉपर प्लस जिंक, एंड द अदर वन इज ब्रॉन्ज. ठीक है, सो you have to remember this one, and you have to remember this one, and you have to remember this one. This is bronze. Bronze के अंदर you have copper plus tin. अच्छा, फिर the next part states okay, the main ore of zinc is zinc blende. The ore is heated in the presence of air to form zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide. It's already given you everything that you need. So it's burned in air. Air में zinc, ZnS is burnt in air. Air क्या चीज होती है? It's oxygen. Oxygen के साथ वो react करता है. Ends up producing zinc oxide, which is ZnO. अच्छा, zinc के बारे में याद रखना कि zinc is always 2 plus. Although it's a transition metal, remember this, कि zinc is always 2 plus. As a zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide, and you just need to balance this equation out. So इस साइड पे 3 oxygens है, तो you need to balance this equation. तो इसको हम डबल कर लेते हैं क्योंकि इस साइड पे 2 oxygens है. तो if I have 2, तो 2 ZnO होंगे, 2 SO2 होंगे, तो total oxygens कितने होंगे? There are 4 and there are 2, so that's 6. So I'll multiply this by 3. Up here he's asking the major use of sulfur dioxide, which we haven't studied. So let's forget that for now. वैसे किसी को आइडिया क्या होगा सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड का यूज क्या होगा? Anyone? अहमद क्या होगा?
I don't know.
Can it be used for sterilization?
ठीक है, चलो
सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के लिए भी यूज कर सकते हैं सर.
ठीक है, एग्जैक्टली. ये अगर ना, इफ यू रिमेंबर एसिड बेस एंड सॉल्ट, तो उसके अंदर था दीज नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड्स. वी डिड एसिड रेन. ठीक है, डू यू रिमेंबर एसिड रेन? अभी वो हम चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे जिसके अंदर हम ये सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड फॉर्म करेंगे. सो अभी वी हैवंट स्टडीड दिस, सो इफ यू डोंट नो दिस तो दैट्स फाइन. लेकिन मैं बस थोड़ा सा आइडिया दे दूं कि वो रिवीजन भी हो जाए. क्या आई टोल्ड यू कि नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड्स जो होते थे ना, NO2 and SO2 etc., these were used in acid rain as well. If they mix with rainwater, they would end up forming nitric acid and nitrous acid. ठीक है, HNO3 HNO2 का mixture produce होता था. The same pretty much happened with this one. किसको अगर water के साथ react करो ना तो sulfuric acid would be produced. Not directly, वो उसके कुछ steps थे. So we're not going to go into a lot of detail. इसका answer जो है ना, that's sulfuric acid. That's one of the major uses. Sulfuric acid कहाँ पे use होता है? It's used in car batteries. ठीक है, मतलब batteries, that's number one use. और भी uses होंगे, but let's for now skip to the next question. इसको इतनी importance देते नहीं है. थोड़ी बहुत पिछली revision हो जाती. अच्छा, now this one, I think we already did this question. तो इसको हम आगे कर लेते हैं. अच्छा इसके ये वाले पार्ट्स ये भी हमने किया था, ठीक है. So it's like a pure question. We did already this question. This one, a major use of aluminium is the manufacture of pots and pans. One reason for this is its resistance to corrosion. Explain why aluminium, a reactive metal, is resistant to corrosion. So what was the reason? Why was aluminium resistant to corrosion? कहाँ पे uses इसके ये लिखे हुए हैं. तो ये मैंने explain किया हुआ था कि aluminium water के साथ ना it reacts लेकिन it forms a coating on top. And when it forms this coating of Al2O3, which is tough, unreactive, and non-porous, so other things cannot reach aluminium. So it kind of provides this covering that protects aluminium. So इसका वही लिखोगे a tough, non-porous, coating, unreactive भी word बीच में add कर देते हैं, unreactive coating of Al2O3. Protects aluminium. So next, and so nothing, एक mark का question था, so not a lot of detail is required. बस coating लिख दिया Al2O3 की, protecting it, that's fine. Suggest two other reasons why aluminium is suitable for making pots and pans. इसका कौन बताएगा कि anyone? Do you know the answer? कि why was aluminium useful?
It's a good conductor of heat.
ठीक है, it's a very good conductor of heat and electricity. तो खैर यहाँ पे issue नहीं होगा. If you go back, I told you कि aluminium के uses ना याद से रखना कि so it's unreactive. Then it's very low density as well. ठीक है, it's extremely low density. तो car bodies और planes वगैरह बनते थे and doesn't rust. और एक मैंने कहा था it's a very good conductor of heat, electricity. और उसकी reason क्या थी? कि aluminium is in group 3, so it has a lot of delocalized electrons in its structure. Aluminium group 3 में it loses 3 electrons, hence it has more delocalized electrons. तो इसलिए ये cooking के अंदर utensils aluminium foil होती है और high power transmission के अंदर भी you use it because it's electrons जो होते हैं ना, they can jump around and they can conduct charges very quickly, or if they can also conduct energy very quickly. So two reasons. So one is a good conductor of heat. And the other one, पहली तो उसे खुद ही दे दी है ना. So the other one would be that it's lightweight. ठीक है, it's not heavy. और plus वो unreactive वाली जो reason है ना, वो तो उसने मेरे ख्याल से ठीक है, that's unreactive भी लिख देते हैं, although they've said कि it's resistant to corrosion, तो it's unreactive. कि you're cooking food, so you don't expect food to be just sticking to the surface of aluminium.
Sir, can we say it's malleable?
नहीं, malleable तो देखो pots and pans के लिए तो malleable is मतलब वो तो metals की वैसे property होती है, लेकिन इसके अंदर ना वो specifically pots and pans तो malleable मतलब you're not मतलब आप उसको pots और pans को hammer तो नहीं कर रहे ना, उसको D shape तो करना नहीं है, मतलब actually you don't want them to be malleable. ये ना हो कि वो उसकी shape ही change हो जाए, तो इसलिए मतलब वो directly ना you can't use that as a property है, ठीक है. But you want pots and pans to not be malleable. Clear?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो वो इस केस में ना कोई फायदे की चीज नहीं है. अच्छा ये भी हमने सॉल्व किया क्लास में, हम चले जाते हैं इस पे आ जाते हैं. Now you have option ये C से start करते हैं. Iron and steel rust. Iron is oxidized to hydrated. They've given you the formula of rust, which is rust. Name two substances which cause iron to rust. कौन बताएगा? Which two substances cause iron to rust?
Oxygen and water.
ठीक है, so it's oxygen and water. ठीक है, and दोनों की combination मतलब if water is actually very important. Explain why an aluminium article coated with aluminium oxide is protected from further corrosion, but a steel article coated with rust continues to corrode. फिर से वही क्वेश्चन है कि आपने बताना है कि एल्यूमिनियम ऑक्साइड की जो लेयर है ना is tough and non-porous. As it's tough and it's non-porous. लेकिन रस्ट जो है वो तो पाउडरी होता है, ठीक है. इफ देयर इज रस्ट ऑन समथिंग, उसको स्क्रैच करो तो वो तो बड़े आराम से उतर जाता है. तो रस्ट की जो लेयर ना peels off easily, ये is scratched off easily, वो ज्यादा बेहतर वर्ड होगा. तो जिसकी वजह से ना नीचे से और फर्दर आयरन एक्सपोज हो जाता है एंड इट स्टार्ट्स टू रस्ट. एल्यूमिनियम के केस में वो नहीं होता है. एल्यूमिनियम की जो लेयर होती है दैट्स अ टफ लेयर सराउंडिंग इट, तो रस्ट लेयर इज स्क्रैच्ड इजीली and more of the steel gets exposed. Now next one. Okay, the first method, he's saying there are two electrochemical methods for rust prevention. ये हमने दोनों किए थे. The first method is called sacrificial protection. Explain why the steel article does not rust. So sacrificial protection, quick overview क्या था कि you attach, it's also known as galvanizing. You attach a more reactive, जैसा ये zinc का block है. कोट नहीं करना, just attach it, ठीक है. Make an electrical contact. कोट कर दो तो और भी अच्छा है, लेकिन you don't need to actually coat it. अच्छा, now zinc is more reactive, तो ये zinc का ब्लॉक ना इधर अटैच कर दिया. और ये स्टील, remember when I talk about steel I'm basically talking about iron, ठीक है. स्टील जो है वो आयरन का ही alloy होता है. अच्छा, तो यहाँ पे ना there is iron Fe. Now ऑक्सीजन का मॉलिक्यूल अगर आएगा ना, let's say it comes, अच्छा उसमें हमने ना we did अच्छा actually we missed one important thing, वो अभी हम इसके बाद ना इन दो क्वेश्चंस के बाद वो कर भी लेंगे. अच्छा, so zinc is more reactive. तो more reactive क्या होता है, उसका मतलब है loses electrons easily. जितने भी metals होते हैं उन्होंने electron lose करना होता है, they form positive ions. तो zinc likes to form zinc ions. Iron also likes to form iron ions. ठीक है, वो अपने outer shell electrons, they like to lose those electrons. But zinc is more reactive, so zinc has a higher tendency to lose electrons. तो zinc जो है वो ज़्यादा जल्दी electrons, it's going to lose electrons quickly. Where would all those electrons end up? Those electrons are going to travel, because zinc has a higher tendency to lose electrons. They're going to travel and they're going to surround the iron. So iron के इर्द-गिर्द ना most of the electrons that are around iron, they will be coming from zinc. So in the presence of iron, in the presence of zinc, iron would not be able to lose electrons. क्योंकि वो अगर लूज करेगा ना, जिंक हैज एन इवन हायर टेंडेंसी टू लूज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, तो वो उसको वापस इलेक्ट्रॉन दे देगी. तो आयरन वुड नॉट बी एबल टू लूज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ जिंक. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर इज एन ऑक्सीजन गैस मॉलिक्यूल दैट्स कमिंग इन. सो इफ एन ऑक्सीजन गैस मॉलिक्यूल कम्स इन, ऑक्सीजन इज अ नॉन मेटल. नॉन मेटल क्या करते हैं, दे ट्राई टू गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. तो ऑक्सीजन का जो मॉलिक्यूल है, इट ट्राइज टू गेन दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टू फॉर्म एन आयन. अभी सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो आयरन के पास आ रहे हैं, वो कहां से आ रहे हैं? दे कमिंग फ्रॉम zinc indirectly. तो end result होता है iron is not doing anything. It's zinc that is losing electrons to form Zn2 plus. और oxygen दूसरी साइड से electrons gain कर रहा है and ends up forming oxygen ions, two oxygen ions, oxide ions. So the whole reaction is happening between zinc and, in the end result would be that zinc would get oxidized. Zinc plus 2 and O minus 2, they would combine to form zinc oxide. And iron would not be doing, pretty much it won't be doing anything. ठीक है, तो zinc is more reactive, loses electrons. The whole of the iron gets coated with electrons. Oxygen comes in, gains electrons, but those electrons, oxygen को तो नहीं पता, वो तो उधर से आ रहे हैं, zinc से आ रहे हैं. So end result is nothing happens to iron. ठीक है, is this clear? साथ clear है?
Yes.
ठीक है. अच्छा इसको वर्ड में किस तरह लिखना है? The first explain why the steel article does not rust. तो आपने बताना है कि जी जिंक एक कितने मार्क्स इसके? There are 4 marks for this. तो एक तो ये बताना है कि जिंक is more reactive. ठीक है, that would be इसको थोड़ा अच्छा first one is zinc is more reactive than iron. So has a greater tendency to lose electrons. फिर और क्या लिखते हैं कि electrons flow from zinc to iron. So electrons flow from zinc towards iron. Hence, iron would not be able to oxidize or lose electrons. Or is not oxidized. And electrons that are gained by oxygen are basically indirectly coming from zinc. As indirectly come from zinc. Okay. Is this clear? Iram clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
अच्छा, so this is sacrificial protection और ये का explanation ये make sure फिर से मैं stress कर रहा हूँ कि when you're writing science papers तो उसके अंदर ना language doesn't matter, it doesn't carry any marks. मतलब obviously एक sentence proper लिखना चाहिए लेकिन वो points के अंदर भी आप लिख सकते हो answers. ठीक है, you don't have to write essays, you have to be direct and to the point. ठीक है, so if it's a 4 mark तो explain everything in some detail. हर point को ना express करो and express everything in clear words. बहुत flowery language वगैरह use नहीं करनी. Now next question is cathodic protection. ठीक है, we did this as well. The second method is to make steel article the cathode. ठीक है, तो this is the steel girder और इसको cathode बनाया हुआ है. तो इसकी भी explain कर दूं कि why does this prevent iron from rusting. तो इसका क्या था कि नेगेटिव साइड जो होती है बैटरी की, जो भी हमने उसमें इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस भी किया था, वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स सेंड करती है. सो इट्स सेंडिंग ऑल दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो नेगेटिव वाली साइड है. सो आयरन गेट्स कोटेड विद इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दैट आर कमिंग टुवर्ड्स आयरन. ठीक है, सो प्लेंटी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कमिंग टुवर्ड्स आयरन एंड आयरन गेट्स completely surrounded by electrons. So if anyone comes towards iron to gain electrons, ठीक है, let's say ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल है, वो आता है, वो इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करता है, तो सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? They're not coming from iron. Iron is not reacting. Iron would not be able to lose electrons क्योंकि वो सारे electrons बैटरी खुद दे रही है. So no oxidation would happen. मतलब oxygen will get its electrons, but those electrons are not coming from iron. Iron would not be able to lose electrons. And the same is in this case. वो कहते हैं कि हाइड्रोजन गैस के बबल्स बन रहे हैं, तो पानी के अंदर there would be H+1 ions. Positive ions will attract electrons. So if positive ions 2H+1, they attract 2 electrons. They form 2 hydrogen atoms which combine to form H2 molecule. So H2 gas वहां से आ रही है. तो same concept, except के पिछले वाले concept के अंदर ना you had added a piece of zinc. उसका भी यही काम था कि वो आयरन की तरफ ना इलेक्ट्रॉन सेंड करती थी. If you have a battery, तो that's even better कि वो बैटरी इलेक्ट्रॉन सेंड कर रही होगी. So mark on the diagram the direction of the electron flow. We've marked that, and the steel girder does not rust because it is the cathode. Reduction takes place at the cathode. Give the equation for the equation not required. अभी हमने electrolysis detail में नहीं किया, तो forget that. Although मैंने equation लिख ली है, लेकिन just ignore the equation for now. और ये फिर से remember this is the favorite question. Aluminium doesn't react. Why it takes so long to corrode? Reason बताओ तो वही ऑक्साइड की non porous layer. ये फिर से वही sacrificial protection. Zinc का role ठीक है. We just did that. It's again a 4-mark question. ठीक है. Remember rusting के ऊपर you get good questions. ठीक है. ज़्यादा marks के questions होते हैं. इसका कौन बताएगा कि why is brass often used in preference to copper? Anyone?
It's the alloy of copper and zinc, and it's stronger.
ठीक है. So number one is it's stronger, and if it's stronger, so obviously stronger क्यों होता है? क्योंकि वो lattice it would have higher melting and boiling points as well. ठीक है. It's going to be a stronger structure क्योंकि वो जब haphazard different sized atoms आ जाते हैं ना, so you get a randomly organized haphazard metallic lattice, जिसकी वजह से the ions are stuck in place. They can't slip and slide easily. So which is why what happens is कि even the melting point melt करने का क्या मतलब है? The ions can move around. तो वो भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है. अच्छा, so next one. ये वो जिंक की एक्सट्रैक्शन है. जिंक ब्लेंड से शुरू हुआ है. वो कह रहा है हाउ इज जिंक ऑक्साइड मेड फ्रॉम जिंक सल्फाइड. तो और उसके बाद वो कह रहा है राइट द इक्वेशन फॉर द रिएक्शन टू रिड्यूस जिंक ऑक्साइड टू जिंक. तो पहले ये पढ़ भी लेते हैं. सिंग द मेन ओर ऑफ जिंक इज जिंक ब्लेंड. तो ये तो मैंने कहा था कि इफ यू रिमेंबर एक्सट्रैक्शन ऑफ जिंक वो छोटा सा था, बिल्कुल छोटा सा. ठीक है. यहीं पे लिखा होगा uses of aluminium से पहले ना extraction of aluminium. This is extraction of zinc. ठीक है. It was a very small extraction method. उसमें क्या करते थे? Zinc blend लेते थे, उसको burn करते थे, and you would form zinc oxide and sulfur dioxide. And it was then reduced क्योंकि carbon ज़्यादा reactive होता था, so they would add carbon to it. And when they add carbon to it, carbon would take away the oxidants because carbon is more reactive. और फिर जिंक प्रोड्यूस हो जाता था जिसको बाद में डिस्टिल ऑफ करते थे. तो जिंक सल्फाइड इज गोइंग टू बी फर्स्ट थिंग इज बर्न्ड इन एयर टू फॉर्म जिंक ऑक्साइड प्लस SO2. ठीक है. यू कैन बैलेंस दिस आउट. तो ये ठीक है ना. नाउ इट लुक्स बैलेंस्ड. ऑक्सीजन वहां पे एक्चुअली 6 हो गए, सो देयर वुड बी 3 ऑक्सीजन ओवर हियर. So then write an equation for the reaction used to reduce zinc oxide to zinc. तो zinc oxide को किसके साथ रिएक्ट करते थे? कार्बन के साथ. You would react with carbon, and it would carbon would take away the oxidants, carbon dioxide, and zinc would be produced. ये electrolysis आ गया तो इसको तो अच्छा नहीं, electrolysis नहीं है वो, वैसे ही उसने बीच में मेंशन किया हुआ है. You're supposed to write an equation for zinc oxide and sulfuric acid. So it's a metal oxide base plus sulfuric acid, which is an acid. तो क्या बनेगा? Salt and water. Can anyone tell me what the salt is going to be? Mahat, क्या होगी salt?
Zinc sulfate.
चलो ठीक है. Zinc is going to come in and knock out hydrogen, and it's going to be zinc sulfate. फिर वो nickel, cobalt, and copper are less reactive than zinc. To explain why the addition of zinc powder removes these ions from the solution. ये हमने वो किया था displacement. कि zinc जो more reactive होता है ना, उसको अगर किसी भी let's say copper 2+ ions, इधर वो ions की बात कर रहे हैं ना, हाँ these ions. तो zinc को अगर copper ions के solution में add करोगे तो displacement में हमने कहा था कि zinc is more reactive, तो it likes to lose electrons. So zinc अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन इसको दे देगा, copper ions would change into copper back again, and zinc would form an ion because it's more reactive. ठीक है. displacement reaction होता था. This was the ionic equation for a displacement reaction. So a more reactive would displace a less reactive metal. So zinc is more reactive, loses electrons easily. It would give the electrons to copper ions and copper metal वापस form हो जाएगा और zinc ion produce हो जाएंगे. तो ठीक है, उसमें just make sure one thing कि अब ना board के ऊपर ना जो भी लिखा हुआ है, I think this worksheet is probably, this is a very pretty big worksheet जिसके भी हम ना और questions थोड़े से करेंगे, ठीक है, 1 or 2 days. And then we'll move to the next chapter और फिर वो इसके अंदर कुछ और variety के questions ना हम थोड़े से देखेंगे, ठीक है, hopefully बस कल हम और लगाएंगे इस पे. Then we'll move to the next chapter. Metals का chapter, just remember कि make very good notes about it क्योंकि mostly it's recall and memorization. तो concept भी है लेकिन काफी चीजें memorize करनी है. So make sure very good notes of metals and keep them safe, keep them with you always. उनको कभी ना कभी week में ना एक आध दफा revise कर लिया करो. Just look at them, extraction और वो सारी चीजें ताकि वो भूले ना आपको. चलिए, any questions? Clear है सारा? Is everybody fine with this?
Yes.
चलो ठीक है, कल फिर क्लास लेते हैं, ठीक है? ओके देन, अल्लाह हाफिज.
Yeah.